Professor, College of Horticulture and Agriculture University. It's our pleasure to have you all with us in this seminar on the topic Underutilized Horticultural Crops, which is jointly organized by College of Horticulture and Agriculture University and Center for Agriculture Market Intelligence, NAHEP-CAS. So to start with, I would like to request Dr. Aris Kundi, Professor and Principal Investigator of NAHEP-CAS AAU for his welcome address. So over to you, Kundir sir.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti. That's very nice. And first of all, in this one-day webinar on underutilized horticulture crops at our university, and I welcome my Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ari Vyasab. Sir, you are always not only a source of inspirations, but your guidance and your keen interest in these projects keep us always well focused in line of objectives. Sir, I think sir will be joining shortly. So I welcome you on behalf of our university as well as on behalf of myself here in this program. I also welcome Dr. Sanjay Singh, who will be joining shortly. I think Dr. Preeti, you are telling these things. So Sanjay Singh is our chief guest. We are here to listen the major issues to be addressed by our chief guest, Dr. Sanjay Singh, is renowned principal scientist in this area from ICR CHS Vijalpur, Grodha. Welcome you, sir, to this one-day webinar on this underutilized horticulture crops. And I also welcome my advisors, Dr. Prabhat Kumar and Dr. Vaishi Jhala, both. They will be joining shortly. I had a discussion with them, but right now they are not here. They have been part and parcel of this project since long, and maybe since its inception, and even before inception. Dr. Jhala is there. He is also involved in many activities, Dr. Jhala. So welcome you, both of you, sir. And also we have with us three keynote speakers, or maybe three speakers already. They will be here, and you will be discussing with their brief backgrounds when they will be starting. Dr. Piyush Sharma, Dr. Ashan Savaya Saab, Dr. P.L. Saran Saab will be speaking more on medicinal plants also. I welcome to them also when they will be joining these things. Also, Dr. Sasa is also there, our Principal and Dean of College of Horticulture. Sasa, welcome you to this. This is your programs, but we are doing this together many times. So welcome you to this one-day webinars in the inaugural functions. And of course, Dr. Deepak is also there, our organizing secretary, Dr. Lads, Dr. Preeti, and other associated persons in this our group, as well as from horticulture sites. All I welcome you, and most importantly, I welcome all the participants who have already joined and who are likely to join. Just brief about this project, though we are not here to discuss much, but this project on market intelligence is very, very important among the thematic areas selected by ICR and World Banks for our country. The focus of this project is on not only market intelligence, but basically the focus is on higher educations, MSc, PhD students and faculty members conducting research, how to conduct research, or maybe the areas of research. So focus is on teaching and research for higher education, MSc, PhD students, faculty members. Though we are also covering as one very important parts for the farmers and policymakers and other stakeholders based on the rigorous research done by the PG scholars and faculty members. So the focus is on them, but ultimately the area covered is on market intelligence, which includes all international trade, marketing, farm producers organizations, commodity markets, and of course, price forecast and demand and supply. These are four major areas. And in all these four major areas, we also conduct the training program, that is the capacity building program. Apart from these research areas, capacity building program is an important, very important segment of this our Center on Agriculture Market Intelligence. We have conducted already a number of capacity building program for various stakeholders, including the farmers. Today's this program is also centric to farmers, apart from the benefits percolating towards the students, PG students, as well as maybe the faculty members and policymakers. The major issue nowadays when this topic was decided and today is that horticulture is very, very important segments in the broad area of agriculture. And horticulture, particularly from the point of view of trade and marketing, is highly underutilized. Today, whatever problems we are observing, maybe it is the problem, as we can see, of the farmers or others, is how to make them diversified from single one or two crops, major crop or traditional crop, towards horticultural crops, or maybe others allied activities, but horticulture. Their diversification towards horticulture crops is the most important area. And even today's whatever stress we are seeing across the country, maybe not only today, but some time back also, is that's how the policy can help the farmers to diversify them mainly towards horticulture crops so that their income can be increased. So there are a number of issues in that because the risk is high, or maybe some other issues are there. So we are here to discuss many issues centric to the marketing trade, including the not only horticulture, but including the medicinal crops also. And we are here to listen the views and the expertise or experts' opinion of our speakers, apart from our chief guest who is here, who will be making the keynotes address to understand these all issues. But we have to understand in this project the whole value chain system, which includes both backward as well as forward linkages. In backward linkages, number of actors are there, taking from the seeds or maybe the tissue culture plants nowadays we can say, or planting materials, seeds, fertilizers, agrochemicals, or like that. These all actors, as well as from forward means totally trade, price forecast, the trades and exports, imports related things, and the policies. Though in this today's webinar, all may not be covered, but I think our four speakers, including our chief guests, will try to address in their areas. We are here to note down these all things and ultimately to help the students, PG scholars, our faculty members, which will help eventually in designing the research proposals, research their research area in their research area, as well as in teaching, and ultimately conducting the research based on them, helping the farmers to take informed decisions. This is ultimately what we are doing in these projects broadly. These are few things, and once again, I welcome all of you here, including our Honorable Vice Chancellor and all the participants here. Over to you, Preeti. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your introductory remark or introductory address on this project. Moving ahead, I now request Dr. N.I. Shah, Principal and Dean, College of Horticulture, Anand Agriculture University, for his address. Sir, please unmute yourself.
You're saying something?
Okay. Thank you, Preeti. I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Thank you, Preeti. For the today's webinar, our Honorable Vice Chancellor I.V. Vyas, Chief Guest Dr. Sanjay Singh, Principal Scientist, Head Vejalpur, Godhra, Dr. Prabhat Kumar, National Coordinator, NAHEP from New Delhi, my colleagues, Dr. Punir, who is a professor and principal investigator for the NAHEP going on at Anand, another my colleagues and guest lecturer, Dr. S.N. Sarvaiya, he is also at present with our webinar. And within a short time, two other speakers, Piyush Verma, Professor and Head, Dantewada Agriculture University, and Dr. P.L. Saran, Principal Scientist, Boriavi, also with us in future for giving our guidance regarding the underutilized fruit crop. Main thing during the COVID-19 situations, we are not able to, we are going to discuss regarding the underutilized fruit crop. And during the COVID-19, we may have all learned about the immunity, how to develop the immunity, and the value of the immunity is the increases. Nowadays, we all know there is only fruits, vegetables, yeah, medicinal plant available in the traditional area, yeah, tribal, which is yet not recognized, which is not come in a proper chain, and yet we have to exploit it. So for today's, for selecting the today's webinar, underutilized, underexploited horticulture, different crops, particularly fruit, vegetables, and medicinal plant. We have to identify it, and there is a number of such horticulture crops identified. Traditionally, we are utilizing it, but not term in a regular channel. So for getting the knowledge regarding the such a horticulture crop, today's webinar is organized. Here I am giving one or two example. Every day I come to know that every year Krishi Vignan Kendra, we are organizing the traditional food festival, yeah, the traditional food competitions, in which each district many traditional food come out from the prepared from the traditional unrecognized vegetables, unrecognized fruit crops, and that we have to bring it in our regular chain. Here I am giving one another example that during the last year in the Dahod, Deputy Director of Horticulture that Himanshu Parekh have organized such type of the traditional food festival. One day they have arranged. During that, we come to know that the numbers of traditional tuber crops, traditionally leafy vegetables are available in that tribal area, that area. But and that all tribal vegetables and medicinal have too much immunity character, the items is in which, but it need to explore, and for that purpose today's webinar we have organized, and by the organization of such a day also we may know such type of the new vegetables traditionally available, but due to not take care of that type of the horticulture crop, nowadays their availability is day by day decreases, and now need to identify such type of the crops. Here one I am giving one another example in our Saurashtra area, Preeti Piya. Preeti Piya is a commercial name, yet a scientific name, but in the Saurashtra area normally it is known as a Findla juice. In numbers of the local market, Findla juice is available, but it is its scientific name is Preeti Piya, and in Western countries, at now the preparation is commercially cultivated, but in our Gujarat, Preeti Piya is not that much highlighted. In the Saurashtra area, normally in a medical purpose also now doctors are advised increase in the hemoglobin percentage in the particular disease or that type of the and it is available, but that Pritipia in another terms I may know say you that it is one type of the Phafra Thor. In the Gujarati we may say that the Phafra Thor. In the Phafra Thor, whatever type of the fruits available, it is considered as a Pritipia. But it is not highlighted, it is not come in a regular chain, and the value of that fruit is not yet identified. So it is our just requirement. We have to think over that such type of underutilized many fruits and vegetables and medicinal plants are available in the natural way, and we have to exploit it. And for that purpose, this webinar is organized. Looking to the government policy also, recently Gujarat government has also developed one policy in which they have tried to give that partial land, whatever the not cultivated land, problematic land, if they want to give it a commercially cultivation on the higher base for the developing of the horticulture, and there's such type of undulated land or pastoral land or that land in which the scope of the cultivating of the horticulture crop is very high, and in particularly that type of the area, if we go for cultivating the underexploited horticulture crop, then it may be benefited to the whole world and in our India also. So we have to think over the crop. Here I want to give one another example that falsa. Normally, are knowing about the phalsa, all knows their value, commercial value and that it. But due to their shorter life, phalsa is not going on that much large area under cultivations due to their shorter. But if we go for the value additions adjoining with that phalsa cultivations, then their future will be too much higher. So such in another terms, it at present we all take in taramda and grapefruit and that fruits for the pickle purpose. But that taramda and that have also too much medicinal value, immunity thing is there. Then why we are not utilizing or why we are not exploiting such type of the fruits in a larger area, so it may be benefited to the future. And earlier Dr. Pundisa is also said that when and even when any farmers think over to diversifications, then at the time of diversification they immediately thinking towards the horticultural crop, and under the horticultural crop such under exploited, under identified too much numbers of vegetable fruit crops and aromatic plant is there. So there is a need to identify such type of the underexploited fruits and vegetables, and we have to go for cultivating such type of the vegetable. And main aim behind to organize today's webinar to identify such type of the crops. Today's our three speakers and chief guest Sanjay Singh have done a lot of work for dryland fruit crops and underutilized fruit crop at the Vejalpur farm. And similarly, our three main speakers that Dr. S.N. Sarvaiya for vegetable crop, Dr. Piyush Verma for the fruit crops, and P.L. Saran has done a lot of work for the medicinal plants. So, looking to their expertise towards this crop, we hope that today's our seminar, our webinar will be success with guidance of this all well-educated, well-knowledged speakers and chief guests. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful address on the theme of this seminar. I request our participants to be patient. Our chief guest actually coming a bit within a short period of time, so just be patient with us. So.
Okay.
Yet,
Sanjay Singh is yet not joined. Then I may continue something more thing related to the unexploited fruit crops.
Yes, Dr. Saab, this is very nice. Yes, yes.
So I may continue. I hope that Sanjay Singh may have joined, but even though he is not joined, then I may continue somewhat more to highlight in. So looking to the present conditions, whatever the example I have given regarding the pretty peer. Another thing that for the phalsa I have given some that phalsa is nearby new crop. But in the phalsa, we are thinking that we are taking the phalsa only for the one season, that is during the April, May. But during to the whatever the research carried out at the Anand Agriculture University, I may consider that we can take the two crops of the phalsa from the one plant within a 1 year. So slightly off-season cultivations of the phalsa is also we may take, and that by that way, whatever the future of the phalsa may be increased and availability of the phalsa in the market may be increased. It directly helpful to the phalsa cultivators, and that they may got more economic revenue. Simultaneously, grapefruit and we are cultivated lemon, sweet orange, and tino in our Gujarat. But grapefruit, yet we have not started that much cultivating in our Gujarat. And the scope of the cultivating grapefruit is also, I think that it may be a commercial crop in a future. In Israel or in Vietnam, in that area, cultivations of the grapefruit for the petal purpose is going on, and they are exporting the grapefruit. But in the Gujarat, yet we have not highlighted to cultivating the grapefruit. So it is slightly, we may consider that underutilized or underexploited. So we need to exploit the grapefruit for cultivating further. Similarly, in the vegetable crop, at present, whenever we go in the winter seasons in the market, number of the traditional vegetables, particularly leafy vegetable, we are observing in the market. Especially if we are going in the market in the winter season currently, we see the savani bhaji. In the Gujarati, we may call as a savani bhaji. But that savani bhaji have too much nutritional value, but that taste is slightly deeper than our traditional choice. Due to that taste and due to that smell, we are not that much prefer to cultivate in the savani bhaji. But their nutritional value, their others value, if we see that savani healthy for the taking it as a diet. So explanations of such type of the leafy vegetable is needed. I have given some example about the tuber crop, particularly that Dahod area. Last year when that one day one day program was organized by the Deputy Director of Horticulture, that traditional food festival in the Dahod. At that time, they have collected different 3 to 4 types of the traditional leafy vegetable. That leafy vegetable is naturally grow in that area. Farmers are not cultivating it, but during the summer seasons and during the winter seasons, naturally grow in that area. And whatever that leafy vegetable is, that nutrition value is that much that they claim that by that they are throughout the year remaining the healthy. So such type of new vegetables we have to traditionally identify from the tribal area, and cultivating of that we have to think over for future explorations of that crop. Now here another example I want to date that recently we may all seen that in the newspaper one story is going on that one farmers have left their government job and started to cultivations the feed, and by the cultivations of that feed they have earned a lot of money. Normally, feed is not a top of our Gujarat or in our subtropical area. Even though nowadays a number of farmers have started to or willingness started to will cultivating the feed, and feed cultivations is also, we may say that underexploited. We may all know that the cost of the feed, processed feed, what we are taking up from the market. But when we are, if we are able to cultivate in that crop, then also it is highly profitable and benefited for the farmers. In feed cultivations, no doubt, the processing unit with that pocket of the feed cultivations is essential. Otherwise, only fresh feed marketing is slightly difficult. But with cooperative nature, if we cultivate in the feed and simultaneously add it with join with processing unit, or then also it may be too much benefited for the growing on and for farmers also. Simultaneously, recently, before 2 to 3 years, we all know that the drumstick is not that much considered as a main crop for the drumstick. But due to their nutritional value, due to their health result, nowadays all the farmers are thinking over to cultivating the drumstick, and due to that all leaves, their flowers, and their seed, all the part of that drumstick is utilized for the nutritional value, and hence farmers are also prefer to go for cultivating the drumstick, and that their processes unit is also adjoining with the drumstick, so it is also benefited for the farmers. Such type of the different traditional underutilized non-known horticulture crop we have to identify, and we have to think over for cultivating the such type of the vegetable. uh, uh, Now, another thing I am giving the example. Whenever I am in a South Gujarat, okay, so now I may hand over this to the Preeti for the further consideration. Thank you.
साहब किसे हमारा होगा वो?
हाँ,
हाँ
हाँ, संजय
डॉक्टर
सिंह
साहब,
सर।
हाँ डॉक्टर साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग,
हाँ।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
गुड मॉर्निंग, आप ज्वाइन हो जोड़े।
हाँ तो थोड़ा सा हैं?
मैं प्रीति तो बोल रहा हूँ, तो संजय सिंह, मैं प्रीति तो हैंड ओवर करता हूँ। हाँ
दीजिए, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। थोड़ा सा ये कैमरा ठीक करिए। ये और नहीं, थोड़ा सा, हाँ हाँ हाँ, थोड़ा सा और, थोड़ा सा और, बस बस। हाँ राव साहब, क्या करूं इसमें फिर? पावर पॉइंट जोड़ूं? अभी रुक जाइए, शांति से बैठिए। पावर पॉइंट के जुड़ेगा पूछूंगा।
अभी आपका है?
CHES के नाम से है मेरा नाम। मेरा खुला हुआ है ना, ये अनम्यूट नहीं है ना? बराबर है? आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
आपका सही है सर, आप म्यूट नहीं करें।
Hello.
हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग प्रीति जी।
Good morning, sir. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Now it is time for our keynote address, and I take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Sanjay Singh, sir. Sir was born on September 1963, Varanasi district of Uttar Pradesh. He is post-graduated from Gorakhpur University in the year 1985 and obtained his PhD degree from Narendra Dev University of Agriculture and Technology, Faizabad in the year 1989, and started his career as an assistant professor in the subject of horticulture at Rajendra Agriculture University, Sabor campus in 1988, and then he joined as a senior scientist at Central Horticultural Experiment Station, Godhra, in the year 2000, and became principal scientist in the year 2008, and right now working as a head since 2010 of that particular institution. Apart from it, he is actively involved in the improvement of underutilized fruits and development of various varieties in jamun, tamarind, bale, chironji, karunda, and falsa. He has contributed in standardization of high density planting in mango and guava, softwood grafting in mango, mango-based cropping system, and crop regulation studies in guava under Bihar condition. He has also made significant contribution in standardizing vegetative propagation of underutilized food through softwood grafting and patch budding. He has published more than 100 research papers and 40 popular articles, 3 books, 17 book chapters, and also in 2015 he has received H.S. Mehta Memorial Award for outstanding work on minor fruits, and in the same year he has received as eminent scientist award by Samagra Vikas Welfare Society in Lucknow. Apart from it, uh, he is also he has been selected as a National Fellow of Hill Horticulture Development Society, Uttarakhand. So with this wide experience, it is my pleasure to invite you, sir, in this online seminar. Please, sir, please share your experience with us. Sir, you are mute. Please unmute yourself.
अब पावर पॉइंट खोलो, यहाँ मैनेज करो, और लाइक डेस्कटॉप पर है, डेस्कटॉप, हाँ ये, हाँ पावर पॉइंट खोलो, यहाँ से हाँ मैम, is it clear? PowerPoint is okay?
Sir, right now we can't see your screen, but we can hear you.
My PowerPoint is, are you able to see my PowerPoint presentation?
Not now, sir.
Not now. Now, sir? कैसे हुआ वहाँ? It is not showing there. So, it must be shown. क्या करेंगे? हाँ, शेयर करो, शेयर. हाँ हाँ हाँ, शेयर करो. How to share पूछूं क्या? हाँ, share screen करो.
Yes, sir. You have to use that share screen. अभी screen share नहीं है, sir.
हाँ, कर रहा हूँ.
Yes.
Share screen शो हो गया.
I request our participant just be patient for 1 minute.
पूछो, is it visible?
Yes, sir. Right now we can see.
This is okay?
Yes, sir.
Should I start? Am I audible?
Yes,
Clearly?
sir. Yes, sir. You are audible. You're visible. Everything is clear right now.
Okay. हाँ, रासप. हाँ, बैठो. Respected dignitaries participating in this webinar, professors, scientists, and friends. Today, I feel immense pleasure to address the underutilized horticultural crops. You see, we have the different regions in India. A vast area falls under arid and semi-arid regions. And for these regions, 50-60% region in the country is semi-arid and arid. And for this region, these minor fruits have the great potential. I will discuss one by one fruits and vegetables. First of all, I would like to say that what are the major challenges, friends, in the minor fruits. I can say there are many challenges: lack of suitable varieties, high density planting system and canopy architecture, soil moisture conservation. Water is a scarce material, and drop to drop water management we are doing. Therefore, soil moisture is a very important factor for this our country. Cropping systems, then nutrient management, maybe integrated nutrient management or other things, water management, post harvest management. Still in our country, uh, 20 to 30% materials are lost as a post harvest loss. So post harvest technology is very important, because most of the minor fruits are not used as a uh, table fruit. Popularization of the technologies is very important. Semi-arid ecosystem and underutilized food crops. Strength. What are the strength? Availability of the vast area for the production of horticultural crops. Agroclimatic conditions are very conducive for quality production, because the stress is very important for the quality production of the fruits. Since 21 years, I am working in Gujarat at CHES Godhra. I joined here as a senior scientist, then became principal scientist, and now since 10 years I am heading the station. This station was inaugurated by the then Prime Minister Morji Bhai Desai Sahab. This center was closed. It was to be closed because it is having the sodic soils, hilly terrains, no soil depth. So we have tried to convert the stone mines to gold mines. Friends, there is no depth of the soil, no water, but government of Gujarat supported, and with the help of DDG, DG, ICR, it was opened, and successfully we are establishing the orchards uh, in these problem soils. In 21 years, my team has developed many varieties on different underutilized fruit crops. One by one, I would like to discuss. In Jamun, Goma Priyanka and Thar Kranti was developed. Bale, Goma Ashi, Thar Dibya, Thar Nilkant, Thar Srishti. 4 varieties we have developed, identified. In Tamarind, Goma Pratik was identified. Similarly, in case of Chironji, Karonda, is Thar Priya in Chironji, Karonda, Thar Kamal. Because there were no varieties in these crops, and these crops are have a tremendous potential in the problem soils, in sodic soils, in ravines, in uh, mm, undulating areas, in the wastelands. For the wasteland, these are the boon for the farmers, particularly when we are talking for the doubling of the uh, 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 income of the farmers. So in Khirni, Alexandra, that is called Ryan in Gujarat, Thar Rituraj, Mahua. Mahua is a potential crop for the tribals of Western India, rather whole India, I can say. Thar Madhu was developed, Falsa, Thar Pragati was developed. So one by one, I would like to explain, because we have developed the complete package of practices in many crops. So, first of all, I would like to explain about the jamun. When 21 years back, I saw the jamun in particularly Anand, Vadodara, in Junagadh area. I was very happy to note that this crop has a tremendous potential. You see, this farmer of Anand district, when I visited the orchards, the 100 rupees per kg it was being sold. And jamun is a crop which has a tremendous potential. You can say there is a good amount of anthocyanin. It is rich of source of the phytochemicals. And friends, as we are knowing that 10 crores, more than 10 crores, 15 crores, 15% population, you can say, in the country, either pre-diabetic or diabetic. So powder of the seeds, pulp, frozen pulp, all this part of the fruit is very, very, very important to take care of this disorder that is called diabetes. So now commercially powder, frozen foods, everything is available in the market. So I started working, and first of all, I discussed the material among the colleagues, and it was observed that there are two major problems in jamun. First is harvesting. Height of the plant is it is very tall plant, fast growing plant. Another is a very poor shelf life. And number three is the availability of the fruits, because harvest span of the particular variety is very narrow. Within 8 days, one genotype completes the harvesting span. So therefore, we thought that we must have different varieties having the different harvesting period. So I would like to say that desirable characters of the jamun variety. What should be the desirable characters? Dwarf. It should be dwarf, precocious bearer. Seedlings of the jamun trees. It start bearing in 8 or 9 years from the planting. Therefore, precocity is very important for jamun and in almost all the food crops. Yield should be high. Then pulp content should be very high, because sometimes I have seen many genotypes available in the market. Fruits are available in the market. They are having less than 70%, 60% pulp. Therefore, among the porous types of jamun, we uh, screened. High pulp content should be, better shelf life. Comparatively, actually, jamun is a very poor keeper. Very poor keeper. Within 2 days or 1 day or 3 days, according to the season and the temperature and humidity and moisture content in the atmosphere, it deteriorates. It rottens. Therefore, shelf life should be very comparatively, it should be higher in the pronouncing genotypes. You can see here, friends, because I was requested to to speak as a key speaker. Therefore, in detail, I would like to share among the audience that, see, this is the system, present system of harvesting in jamun. Simply a bamboo, through bamboo pegs, a person is climbing on the tree, 60, 70, 80 feet height, and you can see here, right side, the tall trees. These are the it has been planted in the on the fringes of the cultivable land, and a very good income they are harvesting. But harvesting cost is very high. A labor is charging 500, 800 rupees per day, and harvesting 20 kg fruits or 30 kg fruits in a day, ripened fruits, because there is no uniform ripening in the clusters. So at least 3 times or 4 times harvesting is required for a tree. Therefore, we also try to develop the variety having the uniform ripening in the cluster, because it is a non-climatic fruit, and completes the ripening on the tree. It is not like banana, papaya, and mango. Therefore, these were the problems, and we tried to solve it uh, at our level as a scientist. So this is the germplasm block. Earlier we planted this jamun at a 10 by 10 meter distance, because friends, in 80s or 70s or 80s or even up to 90, these crops were untouched, I can say. In the books also, in the journals also, no information was available. So by virtue of the experience, we standardize the planting distance, canopy architecture, moisture management, everything. We have nutrient management. We are also doing leaf sampling technique in jamun. So you can see this photographs. It has been planted in at 5 by 5 meter distance, and a very good fruiting. 40 kg, 45 kg fruits we are harvesting, quality fruits. Nowadays we can say this is our photograph of our variety, Kuma Priyanka. Semi spreading growth pattern is there, and flowering you can see in the month of, it is taken place in the month of March. So in jamun, I can say in detail that we have to, every year we have to prune it, and this variety, you can see this photograph. It is a fast growing plant. If you de-top the main leader of the plant of this variety, Goma Priyanka, then uh, 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 due to this hormonal balance and another physiology of the plant, this flowering may be seen here under high density in the lower side, in the lower branches. And this is the desirable character of this variety. A baby can harvest the fruit. If a human, without having the any stairs, we can harvest the fruits. As I have told that we have studied the detailed parameters, reproductive biology, peak period of panicle emergence in our variety, it was recorded in the month of February. Peak period of flowering and fruit set were recorded in the month of March. Time taken for complete development of the flower and bud ranged from 21 to 28 days. Because these characters are very important to understand the behavior of the crop and the fruit, this variety crop. Peak period of anthesis was recorded between 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Peak period of dehiscence was recorded between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So these were the reproductive biology of the jamun. This is the photograph of my our variety. You can see here the very thin papery seed is there, and it ripens in second week of June with the 87% pulp, and TSS is also high because in the beauty of the climate conditions of the Maharashtra and Gujarat is, friends, I tell you from this forum, this beauty of the Western India is it ripens in the month of, you can say, last week of May, and ripening is completed, harvest of the jamun is completed in Paras jamun, I can say, by end of the June or middle of the June, according to the season, temperature, humidity, rain. So after onset of the monsoon, within 8 days, the harvesting is finished. So therefore, in Gujarat, under Gujarat conditions, there is a tremendous potential of jamun, great potential of jamun, because ripening is early as compared to North India. Therefore, you might have seen in the market that the fruits are available in Delhi and Bombay market, Surat market, Ahmedabad market in the end of the May, and that fetches 100 rupees a price per kg, or many times 200 rupees, 150 rupees a kg. Therefore, it has a potential for fetching the very good price in the market. You can see, actually, friends, this is the photograph. This is the daughter of the district collector, P. Bharti. 4 years back, she visited, and she was not believing that a baby can harvest the fruit. But she just can see, I can say from this forum, that a baby can harvest the fruits. Harvesting was the main problem in jamun. Nowadays, we can say the yield is meaningful. Yield should be high, but if the quality fruits of the jamun, suppose 20 kgs or 30 kg A grade fruits are harvested from a tree, that is a very good point, very important point to be noted, I tell you. So this is the another view. This is the another variety that was the oval shape, and this is some oblong type of fruit. But it is also paras type, having high pulp content, Thar Kranti. It ripens in third week of May and recorded 85% pulp, and TSS was 17.50 degree Brix, and titrable acidity was 0.39%. It is also very good variety. As I have told, that jamun complete the harvest span, means one genotype, particular genotype, complete the harvest within 8 days. As you must be, everybody must be agreed that fast ripening is taking place in case of jamun, fast ripening. Even if you see the same plant belonging to this family, guava, Myrtaceae family, and the guava today you are saying it is green, within a day or within 2 days it ripens. Therefore, in jamun is a fast ripening is taken place in case of jamun. So within 8 or 10 days, one variety complete the harvest. Therefore, we try to develop the variety having different harvesting periods. Suppose one variety should be, you see the lychee fruit. Lychee fruit, within a month, lychee is harvested, different varieties. Desi, Manraji, and whatever it is. The same. Similarly, here I have observed that one variety we should have that should ripen between 15th May to 25th May. Another one last week of May. Another one is to complete the it should ripen in June. Then after middle of June, like that, there should be 3-4 varieties uh, in the jamun. Therefore, this Thar Kranti is very early. It ripens in end of May. So this is the beauty of this variety. Another genotype we have we are identifying studying the CHES J30. It ripens during second week of June. Planted at 5 by 5 meters. Then it regarded 42 kg fruit yield per plant, 20 gram fruit weight, 86% pulp, 17 degree 0.20% degree TSS, 0.4% titrable acidity, 11% total sugar, and 46 mg per 100 gram vitamin C. So it is under it is in the pipeline. See, it is also one of the variety, good variety under our condition. It was developed from Lucknow. There is a actually we had a national network project. We had a national network project for no, 4 institutes, 4 centers. Lucknow, CSH Lucknow, Ramankheda, ICR Institute is there. Then Godhra, then ICR Bangalore. So we have surveyed very sincerely the different pockets, and the area based variety was developed. For Lucknow, this variety was developed, but under our condition also, you can see the color, the cluster wearing, the size of the and shape of the fruit, and see here the seed is also very small of this variety. CISH Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture. So name of this variety is Jamwant. They have identified and named as a Jamwant. This CSH 37, also very good variety, early variety. Another variety identified at Lucknow, CSH Lucknow, Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture, Jamun 42. Fruit weight is 9 gram. Actually, it is a seedless. But in my opinion, whatever I have observed at our station, is the seed is very small. Rudimentary seeds are there. Whole fruit can be taken, but fruiting is very poor. Therefore, we are not recommending and not recommended for the large scale plantation. And another minus point of this variety is this is a because pulp is very high. Therefore, having the very poor storage life. It is a very poor keeper. Jamun is a very poor keeper. Very poor shelf life is there, and this variety, because of high pulp content, no seed, or rather I can say, therefore it is a poor keeper, and this fruiting is very poor. Therefore, we are not recommending for commercial scale. Now, as I have told friends that since 21 years we are working on these crops, so canopy management was very important. Jamun is a fast growing plant, and as a whole we can say this we cannot reduce the plant height by selecting the suitable varieties. Varieties should be comparatively, it should be semi dwarf, having spreading growth pattern, but every year we have to prune the annual extension growth. Actually, there are 2 main flushes appear in the jamun. Means though 2 growth periods are observed. One, after completion of rain, there is the emergence of the new growth, and later on after March, it will have a second growth phase. Therefore, after rain, we have to remove the annual extension growth, annual growth of the shoot. So 25, we have done the experiment, 25% annual growth, extension growth pruning, 50%, 75%, 20%. So 20 to 25% light pruning, because if you study the hormonal theory of the physiology of the plant, so during the period of flowering, there should be there should not be any imbalance of gibberellins, oxygens, cytokinins, inhibitors, retardants. So there should be a balance of this. And after following the severe pruning in jamun, there is a uh, fast growth. Therefore, hard pruning is not required in the jamun. And light pruning 20 to 25% annual should growth is removed. And we can say hedging and topping technique. We have maintained 600-700 plants in our orchard. I'm showing the photographs. Friends, seeing is believing. Here you can see it was pruned. This is the shoot, and total number of leaves are higher as compared to control, because if you prune it, there will be 2-3 new shoots or new branches. The secondary branches will be emerged. Therefore, there will be no dearth of the photosynthetes. There will be no dearth of the photosynthetes in the plant system, for because after September it has to flower. There is regular flowering, no irregular flowering, irregular bearing problem in jamun like mango. So the plant has to flower uh, uh, in the month of February and March. Therefore, the light pruning is congenial, essential in the jamun. You can see here, as I told that very sincerely, we have tried to understand the crop physiology, the physiology of the flowering in case of jamun. You can see here the pruning was done in September, October, and there is a emergence of the panicles. You can see in this photo, and here you can see this is the flowering pattern, and from 1 year to 3 year canes, shoots are required for the flowering of the jamun. Non-selective pruning, we can say. In many crops like grapes, selective pruning is required at 3 bud, 5 bud, 8 bud. Like in grapes, you must be doing. But in this case, there is non-selective pruning. Non-selective pruning means just like hedge, you have to light prune the plants. So 25% annual extension growth should be pruned in the month of September, October after rainy season. This is the now pruning and growth pattern. Effect of pruning in jamun. Pruning was done in the month of fourth. Detail we have it is not needed to be read. The food set, pollen viability, panicle length, everything we have studied. Food quality attributes, this TSS, acidity, protein content, anthocyanin content in the fruits. So this is the table: 25%, 50%, 75% control. These are the table for effect of shoot pruning on the yield and quality attributes of jamun, guma, priyanka. Because it is a lead paper keynote address, therefore detail we cannot explain through tables. So just through photographs, I would like to highlight the achievement and the results. This is the orchard. I have told that canopy management in jamun, guma, priyanka, hedging and topping method. 25% to 20%, 25% pruning, annual growth pruning was done, and just like hedge we are maintaining, and center we are opening, because sunlight penetration is very important for the growth of the fruits, because it ripens in the summer months, and there is a dense foliage. Therefore, for light penetration, center opening is very important. See, as I have told that the whole area of the farm is, our farm is 372 hectares, approximately more than 950 acres total area of our farm is. So no dearth of the land. Therefore, we are trying to do the different experiments, canopy management, pruning through pruning, then this spacing trial. So at 10 by 10 meter distance, at 5 by 5 meter distance, and this is the plot. 300 plant we have planted at the distance of the 5 meter into 2.5 meter. So just to see why not we can make the hedge and plant should be restricted to 10 feet height or 12 feet height only. So in the 4th year flowering is started. This is the photograph of our variety, and it has it started the fruiting. So because in case of jamun, friends, the yield, in my opinion, yield is important, but yield is not important at the cost of the quality, at the cost of the fruit harvest without bruising, without any injury, because it's a very delicate fruit, is very delicate in jamun. So I am thinking that well, 8 feet height or 10 feet height, 12, maximum 12 feet height is enough uh, for having the bearing branches. Therefore, this was the very good experiment, and very good positive results it is coming. Now, in brief, it was in case of jamun. Now, later on, I will discuss about the grafting technique and nutrient management, leaf sampling technique. So, first of all, I would like to discuss the improvement part. This is the another crop view of the orchard. Uh, uh, More than 1,000 plants we have, and there are 3 projects on jamun, research projects on jamun. Sorry, on bale. After rigorous efforts, this is the our variety. Friends, I would like to share my views that in Jamun and Bale, we have the MOU with BNR Nursery, Chhattisgarh, Raipur, because we are not able to supply the planting material as required by the farmers. So 5,000, 4,600 plants in every variety, Bale and Jamun, we are multiplying, and we are selling to the farmers, supplying to the farmers. But for the whole country, we cannot meet the requirement. Therefore, we have done the MOU with private nursery also, for particularly for Bale and Jamun. So they are also multiplying. This is the very good variety of Bale, and it is our good luck that Anand University has also purchased these fruits. We have also supplied the plant to the Nursery Culture University. So it is spreading like anything, and post harvest studies has been conducted by AU Anand, by Dr. Shah, some student, by some student. So it is being promoted by all our friends, our scientific community. So it is a regular variety, suitable for high density planting. We have many varieties of the bale, like NB5, NB9, NB7, developed from Faizabad, Narendra University. Then Lucknow, 2 varieties were developed. Another 4 varieties had developed. So we have also developed 4 varieties. So it is a very dwarf, very good for high density planting. So each fruit weight is very ideal in this variety. 1 to 1.6 kg fruit weight is there. So this is about the Gomayashi. Another variety is Thar Nilkant. Thar Nilkant, it ripens after Gomayashi, and it is not dwarf. It is having the semi-dwarf type. Growth is compact. Actually, in bale, the sun scald is the problem to some extent in many varieties here. So due to high temperature, so we are also trying to select the varieties having the dense foliage. So it is high yielder, 75 kg fruits may be harvested per plant. Ripening is April. This Gomashi ripens in the month of March, and is also having cluster bearing and average fruit is very good. Thar Divya variety, it is very early variety, Thar Divya. Heavy yielder, and it ripens first week of March. The early February, I can say, luxuriant growth, high yielder, 40% less sun scaled, high TSS in the pulp and mucilage, and beautiful. Without addition of the friends from this forum, I would like to say that we are working in the stress in Gujarat, particularly this part, Dahod and Panchmahal, and even in Banaskantha, there is a high temperature, scanty rainfall. But in the stress, these fruits have great potential. You see the color of the juice here, without adding any color, it is very attractive. So marmolocene and sorolene, these are the chemical compounds, phytochemicals, which are very important to develop the immunity power, to increase the human immunity of the human body. So in the during summer, this is the color of the juice color of the Thardibia variety. Another genotype, this is the CHES Bale 11 cluster bearing. This is the photograph of the CHES B11. I can see this less seed is there, late maturing variety. In Bale also, we are trying to develop the varieties having the different maturity group: early, medium, late, early, late, early, medium, late, very late. And it is available here at our farm from the end of the February to first week of June. We can harvest the fruits in different varieties. This is the CSH Bill 21. Very good color of the pulp, you can see, friends. These are the characteristics of the different varieties of the bale. CSH bale 1, 2, 5, 7, NB9, NB16, NB17, Aparna, and the flower bud emergence, flowering period. So flowering is taken place in the April and May up to June in different varieties. So it takes about from the date of flowering, it takes about 10 to 11 months to complete the ripening. From the flowering and to ripening, it takes 10 to 11 months in case of bale, different varieties. So in the month of April, May, flowering will start, and after completion of 9-10 months, it will ready for harvest. This is the characters of the different varieties: immature fruit color, pulp taste, fruit shape, cell thickness, different varieties. This is the mucilage, fiber content, fruit surface, stellar end cavity, state cavity, fruit weight, acidity, different varieties. We have more than 200 genotypes at presently, more than 200 genotypes, including 20 varieties developed in different part of the country. We are maintaining. These are the fruits photographs of the different varieties. Gomayashi, this is the Gomayashi, NB7. NB7 is a fruit weight is high. It is a 5 to 6 kg, attains the 5 to 6 kg fruit weight. NB16, then NB5. NB5 and NB9, these are also very good varieties for this region. This is the CSH Bale 2, Bale 1, oblong type. CSH Bale 1 is oblong type. Pant Shivani is oval. And this NB7, 17, Bale 17, Pant Sujata. This is the Pant Urvashi. Pant Urvashi is a variety for processing. It is having the large size, 6 to 7 kg, attains the fruit weight, 5 to 6 kg, 7 kg even sometimes. So this is the bearing behavior of different varieties under our conditions at our field. Whatever photographs I am showing, friends, it is from our field. So this is the Pansujata variety. This is the also very good variety, CSH Bale 1, oblong type fruit, and the color is very good and attracts the consumers. And you can see here one plant, 7-year-old plant it is, and is yielding more than 100 kg fruits every year, and no blade of grass may be seen in the field, but you can see this much yield it is giving. So this is the CSH Bale from Lucknow. This was variety was developed, CSH Bale 2. Then Pant Urvashi and B5. It is having the medium fruit weight. And now we'll coming. Now I will not take time is I think 20 minutes time more. My time is allotted to 11:30 I think. So 11:10 it is. So within 20 minutes or 15 minutes, I will complete my lecture. Friends, because whole work we have summarized here through PowerPoint. Efficacy of canopy management on growth and yield quality of the bale. For maintaining the canopy, different pruning intensity was followed. Here also, like just like jamun, 25%, 40%, 50%, 75% pruning intensity of the annual growth was followed. This is the photographs, and different height we have taken 3 meter height, 2.5 meter height, 2 meter height. So for canopy management, here 75% annual growth extension, 50%, 25% photographs at our field we can see. And emergence of the shoot. Here I would like to tell that emergence of the multiple shoots. As I have told, it is the physiology of the plant that if you do the severe pruning, there is a fast growth. So emergence of the multiple shoot is not required after pruning for flowering. So 75% we are not advocating. 50% growth. You can see that there is no cluster emergence of the shoots. 25% to 30% is okay. This is the table of different characters. Now it was in brief in case of bale. Now coming on the tamarind. Tamarind is also very good crop for dry land, horticulture, for the wasteland, for the sodic soils up to 8.5 pH it can tolerate. Therefore, without water, and friends, I would like to say that still in the country 60% this fruit cultivation is done by under the rainfed condition. So water is very scarce material for our country. So, and there is a no glut of the fruit of tamarind. Every restaurants, small hotels, in every houses, it is being pulp is used. So we are maintaining more than 30 genotypes and different varieties like Ajanta, Pratishthan, T263, PK1, Urigam. We have collected from different part of the country. And Goma Pratik here, semi-spreading type of variety we have developed here, identified, and it is giving very good yield. Here you can see Goma Pratik pod length. It is more than 15 centimeter. This Paristan, Ajanta, and this PKM1 brown type. This is the photograph of flowering of our variety. Flowering is taking place in May. Ripening time is March. Pod length 16 centimeter. Yield is 105 kg. 12 year. Pulp is good. TSS is very high. This is another genotype. It is in pipeline at our station. CHES tamarind 10, and it gives 100 kg fruit in the after 10 years of the after planting. It is very good. Now another crop, because we have to maintain the time also. Still 15 minutes time we have. It is Bujrania Lanjan. Chironji belongs to family, mango family in Acardiaceae. Mango, Chironji, Charoli it is called in Gujarat state. Charoli and Chironji in North India. So in case of Charoli, it is it should be dwarf, precaceous, regular bearer, high yield potential, and high kernel content. Kernel are used for making the laddu in the market. And guava is called as a poor man's apple. And I say Chironji is a poor man's cashew nut, just like Kaju. It is protein content in equal to cashew nut. So it is also a very good plant for the rainfed horticulture. You can see this photograph I have taken in the month of May. No grass, blade of grass may be seen in our chart, but this plant growth is wonderful. So we are also expanding, popularizing among the farmers. This is the different genotypes, semi-spreading growth habit, then upright growth pattern. This is the flowering pattern of our variety, Chironji, this Tharpriya. This is the kernels, fruits ready for harvest, and panicle length is 26 centimeter. These are the characters of this variety. And the genotype is in pipeline, is CHES C2 in Chironji. 400 plants we have also of different genotypes. See, then after screening the variety, After identifying the variety, uh, uh, we have maintained the high density 5 by 5 meter distance, and in this block we are conducting the canopy management trial and nutrient management trial, leaf sampling trial for chironji. Another crop is Basia latifolia, Maduka indica is what known Mahua. Mahua is a boon for tribal farmers. So we have it should be very dwarf, highly regular. This is gin bank, Jalbazam block. This is the flowering pattern. Peak period of flowering of and fruits in March, April. Peak period of month. This was midnight. This is the cluster bearing in our variety Tharmadhu. Another genotype CSHM14 is also cluster habit, and very good yield is there. Now coming on the Kirni improvement, Manicada Hanggendra, Ryan it is called. It is commercially used as the rootstock for Sapota, Chiku. This is the Philgen bank. And it is a fruits are we can say very rich in rich in carotene, beta carotene, vitamin A. So this is our plant growth pattern of our variety Thar Kamal, Thar Rituraj. This is the fruit, close view of the photograph of the fruit, more than 5 gram fruit weight. It ripens third week of May, recorded 4.540 fruit weight, 24-degree Brix TSS, 29 milligram per 100 gram vitamin C. As I have told that during the during the problem of COVID-19, I think we are really grateful to the fruit culture. The different kind of fruits given by the nature. This different kind of fruits has developed the immunity power of the human body. So these are the fruits, seasonal fruits we can use to develop the immunity, and rich in phytochemicals. Another genotype CSSK1, you can see in case of Ryan, it is a minor fruit, but have the potential while making the journey nearby Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar, more than 100 rupees kg. These jamun fruits, falsa fruits, this Kirnik Ryan fruits are sold. So I recommend from this forum that for the wastelands, for the ravines, for the sodic soils, having the more salt content, having pH of 8 or 7.5 like that, these fruits are very suitable. You can see in the market it is sold. Another crop, future crop, rather you can say within a short period, it may be not underutilized. It will be well utilized crop, because in Maharashtra it is being planted at commercial scale. In Gujarat also, in nearby Bhavnagar and other areas, farmers are planting Balanagar varieties. So Balanagar is a ruling variety. Then Arkasan was developed from IHR Bangalore, but Arkasan is not self-fruitful. It requires pollinizer. So we are trying to develop better than Arkasan in respect of fruit size, pulp content, bearing behavior. So we have surveyed the area of Udaipur, Chittaugarh, another area of the country, collected the variety from Rahuri, Bangalore, and other places. So we are conducting the trials, and these are the very promising genotypes. Having, and in case of custard apple, the size should be more than 300. Then it fetches very good price in the market. These are the promising genotypes. Custard apple. Now another crop, wonderful, very important fruit is this Prunia limonia, wood apple. You can see conical shape wood apple, CSHW4. Then this is W6 round shape wood apple. In the wasteland, it is being planted, and this falsa is also one of the very important underutilized fruits nearby Himmatnagar. It is a commercial orchard may be seen. This is the plantation. This is the Philgen bank of our station. This is the Thar Pragati variety we have developed. It is being sold to the farmers. Every year 1,000, 2,000 plants are sold. It is prepared by the cuttings and seed also. In case of falsa, we have tried to select the varieties having the uniform ripening, because picking is the problem, harvesting is the problem. Having very good amount of phytochemicals anthocyanin in Palsa. Now another crop we have taken this Karonda. This is Thar Bold, Konkan Bold variety. This is the typical red variety Thar Kamal in Karonda we have developed. It is being popularized as a biofence of the orchard because Nilgai, rose, I can say Nilgai and Bhund pigs, wild pigs are the great problem, serious problem at the farmer's field. This is the plant, bearing plant. Candy is prepared commercially in case of Karonda red type of fruits. This is another minor fruit. It is a Manila tamarind. This is the varieties, genotypes we are screening, such as 6, 5. Another crop, minor fruit is Cardia mixa. This is soda and it is called Gunda. It is also used for the pickles on commercial scale. Different genotypes we have. And there is a Cape gooseberry, Physalis peruviana. It is also minor fruit. Within 4 months, 6, 5 months, it is completed. CHC1. Care. It is a arid region plant. Care, Capris decidua. Because our headquarters is Bikaner, so we are also trying to develop the care also, in Philgene Bank. See, purposefully I have prepared one slide of our orchard, Aula. Friends, 30 years back, nobody was knowing Aula. 40 years back, it was a minor fruit. Now it is a major fruit. Rather, 10 years back, there was glut of the fruit in the market. This year, due to COVID, there was great demand of fruit, and we have uh, uh, got highest price, 20 lakhs from the same orchard. So, similarly, like Amla, uh, uh, we are trying to develop different varieties in jamun and other fruits. This is the spine guard, different varieties, genotypes we have, minor vegetables, kejri, professionaria in arid regions. Now, this is the leaf sampling technique in jamun. Second pair of the leaf is good for nutrient analysis. The nutrient leaf sampling technique in we have standardized in case of charoli. So middle leaves in the shoot obtained in the last week of June, middle of July is ideal for sampling. Now grafting technique we have developed because at 11:30 we have to complete my talk. Still 5 minutes are there, I think, as per schedule. So this is the uh, root stocks of the jamun. Commercially, we are raising the root stocks in the month of July. It is planted. Root stocks are raised, and in month of March, it is grafted through softwood grafting. In case of jamun, softwood grafting and patch budding are successful. Like mango, guava, we are multiplying this jamun through grafting and budding. See the cyan sticks after defoliation. 40 to 50 days old cyan shoots are suitable for the softwood grafting in case of jamun. In the mist summer also we can graft it, and very good planting material may be prepared. This is the in situ. Professor R.S. Amin from Gujarat, Anand University, he has developed first of all in situ in mango. Now it is popularized. It is being popularized like anything, friends. In situ is a boon for the wastelands, for the ravines, for the problem soils, for the area where scanty rain is there. So whole orchard, 90%, 80% orchard we have developed at our station by in situ patch budding or in situ grafting. So these are the photographs of the jamun. Bale also patch budding is successful, softwood grafting successful. In Chironji, Charoli also grafting is successful. In tamarind, patch budding is very good method for multiplication. And this mahua plant, grafted plant, this grafting was successful in case of Ryan. Here, as we know that water is a scarce material, per drop, more crop. Slogan is given by our honorable Prime Minister. We have to double the income, farmers' income. Therefore, everything, variety, water management, nutrient management, pest management, post-harvest management, every part of the study is very important. Therefore, we are harvesting this because there is a granite zone in the soil. The borewell is not successful at our farm. Therefore, we are harvesting and the water. The farmers, tribal farmers, poor farmers, they are visiting our orchard every month. Thank you so much. It was in brief, very brief. It was time was 1 hour, and now I am going to complete my lecture in brief. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
sir.
much, friends.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience with us about how these untouched horticultural crops can be utilized if we are actually targeting doubling of farmers' income. So I hope our participant will find this useful and connect it with their own research and their own queries. So once again, thank you very much, sir. So moving ahead, it is my privilege and honor to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. R.V. Vyas, for his presidential address. So, please, sir.
Good morning to one and all. Dr. Singh.
Good morning, sir.
Dr.
Good morning.
Verma. Good morning. Dr. Pundir and Dr. Verma, Dr. Pundir, and all the experts of horticulture field. I'm very happy to join with you for a very important webinar on, I can say that the underutilized horticultural crops. I think Dr. Singh, since last 1 hour, he has given detail, almost all technical detail, all the possibility and the future about the underutilized crop. I think some of the crop which he has mentioned, like Bila, Bijora, and Jamun, has also medicinal value. It has multiple use, not only as a horticulture crop or as a fruit, but it is nowadays, it is very much useful for medicinal crop also. But I think the urgent need of this horticultural crops to be promoted and the products to be made available to the public is a cold chain requirement at village level, need to have more and more cold storages at tehsil level or at the district level also, to have a complete cold chain. So whatever the produce is there from tribal, from the villages, so reach to the urban people, and farmer can get more income, because our ultimate aim is farmers should be get good income and they can move ahead towards the doubling the farmer income motive of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. Second point which I would like to say, that whatever the produces are coming from the tribal are mainly organic, because they are in hilly region and in the forest region. The forest based products are not having more pollution and not having more insecticide residues. So we should promote such organic produce in global market now. Jamun, Bila and Bijora, these are the 3 crops and the fruits which should be required to be promoted in international market now. I think EPIDA is also supporting very well for this. And second thing is, there is a need to have at least at district level one radiation treatment plant. I think government is promoting many schemes. Recently, I can say that for fruit seller, government has given a chhatri. The people who are selling the fruit roadside, they have been given a chhatri, a umbrella type of facility to protect them, and they can do good selling of their produces, which is coming from either from the forest part, from tribal, as well as from the villages. So this type of scheme is also there, but the need is to have more and more radiation plant, so we can reduce the post-harvest losses, because the major losses in the fruit is the post-harvest, and second is the keeping quality of the fruits, and for that cold chain and radiation plant. I think these two, the government and the Ministry of Food Processing is coming ahead, and they are also seeking our help. I think our food processing college is going to support the Ministry of Food Processing for setting up this type of thing in Gujarat, especially in some of the pockets or some of the clusters where these fruits are grown commonly. So not talking much because more and more our experts are there in queue. I think good experts' opinion will be useful to the students, to the farmers who have joined today's webinar. But the third important thing which I would like to highlight is to develop home scale and small scale industries. And for that, startups should also come forward. And with holistic approach, I am sure that this, whatever the underutilized horticultural crops and fruits are there, will be having a good market and farmers can earn a lot in future. With few words, I say thank you very much for inviting me for this very important webinar and wish you all the best for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sparing your valuable time, not just time, but also constant guidance and support to us. We, the whole team, are very grateful to you, sir. So thank you once again. So we are at the end of this inaugural session, and I would like to invite Dr. D.R. Paradwa, Organizing Secretary of this particular seminar, for his vote of thanks. So over to you, Paradwa, sir.
Thank you, madam. Very good morning to one and all present here. On the occasion of the inauguration function, one day one seminar on underutilized horticulture crop, organized by Agriculture, Naheb Caste, Anand Agriculture University, Anand. It's my pleasure to Dr. R.V. Vyas sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Anand Agriculture University, Anand. Their presence and addressing the participant in spite of the very busy schedule. Dr. Prabhat Kumar, National Coordinator, NAPSCA ICR New Delhi, for facilitating the center of the NAS. And I would like to give my heart vote of thanks over the chief guest and today the keynote speaker, Dr. Sanjay Singh, Principal Scientist and Head, Central Horticulture Research Station, Vejalpur, for accepting our request to present here the online seminar and giving the valuable lecture. I am also thankful to Dr. N.I. Shah sir, Principal and Dean of College of Horticulture, Anand Agriculture University, Anand. Their support and encourage the seminar. I express my sincere thanks that today distinguished the speaker, namely the Dr. Piyush Verma, Professor and Head, Department of the Horticulture, CP College of the Anand CP College of the Sadar Kushinagar Datiwada, and Dr. S.N. Sarvaiya sir, Professor and Department of the Vegetable Science, ASP College of the Horticulture, NAU Navsari, and Dr. P.L. Saran, Principal Scientist Horticulture, Directorate of Medicinal and Aromatic Plant Research, Boriavi, Anand. The different walk of the life, they will be share their knowledge and vast experience with the participant. All the scientists and consider the delivered lecture, despite of their tight schedule. Once again, I am very much thankful to all the speaker. I am also the thankful to Dr. Y.C. Jala sir, Principal and Dean, Occasional. At the present, I express the heartfelt thank to Dr. R.S. Pundit sir, Professor and PI, NAPSCA, and Dr. Y.L. Lad sir, co-PI, the Naheb Caste, and my collegiate friends and my guide, Dr. M.G. Patel sir, Dr. B.N. Satodia sir, and Dr. Preeti Kumari, Arpan and Bhavik Patel from the team of the Naheb Caste and Anand. Thank you to one and all who are involved for successful this event. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.
Thank you, sir. Uh, Uh, yes, we are thankful to each and every speaker, each and every delegate, each and every team member, and obviously the important part is our audience. So we are thankful to you being patient with us. So now we are entering into our first technical session. So this first technical session is on unexploited fruit crop. And before jumping straight to the topic, let me introduce our first speaker, Dr. Piyush Verma. Dr. Verma is working as a professor and head Department of Horticulture, CP College of Agriculture, SD Agricultural University, Sardar Kushinagar, since 2015. And he has experience of more than 20 years in the field of teaching, research, and extensive activities, and has published more than 50 research papers in national and international journals, published 2 books, contributed more than 5 book chapter. And other than that, he has written a number of bulletins, folders, and articles, and also guided more than 10 master and 5 PhD doctoral students till date. So with that, I would like to invite him for his session. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti. I must be thankful to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Am I audible, Doctor?
Yeah, audible.
Okay, thank you. Thanks to the organizers for providing me this opportunity to share my views. And before that, I must thank to the, we can say that he is a brief encyclopedia, Dr. Sanjay Singh. He is one of the, we can say that he is encyclopedia of minor fruits, especially in Gujarat. And he has done a lot of work on the several important minor fruits. So it was really, we enjoyed his lecture, and now given to me is underutilized fruit crops. So I'll take in general the what are the important fruit crops, what are their problems, how we can solve these problems, and before that, it is a matter of fact, no need to really repeat the fact that India is the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables after China in the world. It ranks second position. Everybody knows that. Not only the people who are from the agriculture or horticulture background, even those who are not from this sector, they also know this fact. But, and no doubt, horticulture has passed several milestones, especially in the production, in the quality, in the area sector, in the quantity sector. In all the sectors, horticulture has surpassed several barriers, and today it has reached on this stage. But at the same time, we must accept that it has reached on this stage because of the some fruit crops which have gained the attention. There are few crops in the fruit crops. There are few crops: banana, mango, citrus, guava, grape. These are some important fruit crops which are covering more than 90% production of the total fruit basket of the country. And at the same time, we can say that more than 80 fruit species are there in the Indian subcontinent. There are more than 80 fruit species which have been identified as the fruit species. So what about the other crops? Are they not important?
Dr. Piyush.
Yeah.
Sorry for interruption.
Yes. Yes, Shah sir, yes. Hello. Hello.
Sir, there might be some connectivity issue, so you can continue for some time.
Okay. So are they not important? or what is the scenario. So or ऐसा नहीं है कि they are not the important. Yeah, they are important. And before that, I would like to share my presentation. Just a second. Presentation share हो रहा है आपसे?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. Yes. So there are several species which are important fruit species, but only few are recognized, or few have gained the feather of the fruit crops, which we can say that they are the main fruit crop. A famous British actor, Mr. Stephen Fry, once he said that taste every fruit of every tree in the garden at least once. गार्डन का हर फ्रूट एक बार जरूर टेस्ट करना चाहिए. If we do not that, then it is the insult to creation if we are not experiencing fully. And very well said. हो सकता है फ्रूट हमें टेस्ट में अच्छा ना लगे, but even then we should try that. And which we are saying that fruits like mango, apple, banana, guava, citrus, these are the components of Indian fruit basket. यही fruits हैं जो mainly हमारे fruits में हम consider करते हैं. Rest of the fruits which are termed as underutilized, but they are very important for their nutrition point of view, for their secondary metabolite of view. They are very important. And it is recognizing in the morning, Dr. Shah said that in the situation of COVID-19, everybody is thinking of this, their immunity. And to improve the immunity, these fruits are very much important. They have such compounds. For example, common man, we may know the giloy, Tinospora cordifolia. But for a common man, it was a new word, giloy. In Gujarati, it is called as gado. But now everybody knows this word giloy or gado. These crops are very important for their nutraceutical properties. They are important for nutrition. They are important for their pharmaceutical properties also. And most of the underutilized crops, not only fruits, every underutilized or minor crops, they are very good in their nutritional components. They are sometimes called as, there are several words. They are sometimes called as orphan crops, neglected crops, underutilized crops, underexploited crops, underdeveloped crops, lost crops, because few of them are not finding at the place where they were earlier present. So in this several pockets, they are called as lost crops also. And in the some pockets, they are called as new crops, novel crops, because they have several important properties. They are called as, some people call them promising crops, some call as them alternative fruits, some call them local fruits, some call them traditional crops, some call them niche crops. There are several words, but they are, no doubt, they are, in terms of production, their share is very less, but their value is very high with respect to nutritional and medicinal point of view. And IBPGRI, International Plant Genetic Resource Institute, has officially termed these crops as underutilized and neglected crops. So nowadays, these words are very popular: underutilized, unexploited fruits. Now, if we think of minor fruits, that what are the minor fruits? Minor fruits or minor crops or neglected crops are those crops which are primarily grown in their primary center of origin or secondary center of origin or their center of diversity by some of the farmers which are locally present. So, and these crops are important for their local subsistence, for the subsistence of the local people. But at the same time, it has not been targeted by the researchers, no doubt. Nowadays, it has been, the importance of these crops have much more than the earlier time, but still, not everybody. It is not the target research. It is not the target crop of every institute or every university or every scientist. Most of the people or most of the scientists are still targeting the major crops. The underutilized crops are those which were earlier widely grown, but for example, amla, there was a time when it was widely grown, but because of the several factors, there are several factors, whether it is economic factor, whether it is agronomic factor, it is cultural factor, or it is the consumption factor. Later on, it was uprooted by several farmers at several places. But now, again, the importance of these crops are gaining. And if we talk about the characteristics of minor fruits के important characters क्या है, हमें कैसे मालूम पड़े कि ये minor है? वैसे तो हमें मालूम ही है minor क्या है. कुछ एक crops को छोड़ के most of the fruits are called as minor, whether it is falsa, whether it is amla, even now pomegranate is coming in the category of major crops, but up to few years back it was also a minor fruit. So important criteria, if we discuss, then it is the minor crops or the minor fruits, they are locally important. Their consumption, their production is in certain pockets. It is not in wide area. These fruits are ecologically adapted to certain areas only. For example, date palm. It is adopted. Even today, we can say that date palm is a monopoly crop of Kutch. It is not a popular crop of every region. We may find some plantations, but we cannot say that it is a popular crop of every region. Then people who are dealing the research, who are doing the research, who are the policy makers, those who are directly attached with the biodiversity conservation, it is not their prime target. Again, I am saying that it is not their prime crop. Their attention is still poor. Day by day, it is increasing, but still the attention is not that much which it should be have. And they are represented by the ecotypes or land races. There is no varietal wealth available in these crops. There are certain ecotypes, there are certain land races, there are certain, we can say, genotypes, but not the much varietal wealth is available. We should be thankful to Dr. Sanjay Singh and their team. They are really doing very hard work to develop to increase the varietal wealth of certain underutilized fruits. And at the same time, these crops are relying on the indigenous knowledge. We can say that knowledge of these crops is still not available with the people. They are still local people can say about us that this is this crop, ये इसके लिए काम में आती है, इसके अंदर flowering तब होती है, but it is not that much available. So these are the certain important characters of minor fruits. Now, at the same time, now a question comes that if it is the situation that why they remain underutilized. They have been underutilized or unexploited or neglected because of several reasons. इनका पोटेंशियल यूज अभी तक एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं हुआ. The potential use is still not properly estimated. Their botanical information is still not available. We should be thankful to Dr. Singh. He has presented the botanical information of several crops, but still there are several species in which the botanical information is missing. Their commercial exploitation is not the important to the research people. Their inadequate research on the commercial exploitation, their nutritional value, their potential, it is still missing. And only few crops are getting popularized. Only few crops, they are getting popularized. Their ecosystem is getting disturbed. For example, caparis, care. Earlier it was a common plant which was seen in the western Rajasthan, in the north Gujarat, in the northwest Gujarat. It was a caparis, care. It was a जब हम बस से निकले तो we can see several plants of caparis, but because of the population explosion or in the urbanization of the several fields, the deforestation, this plant is also coming in trouble. So it is again a reason that they have remained underutilized, and at the same time stigmatized of these crops as food of the poor. Yes, it is the, for example, Ryan, खिरनी. ये फ्रूट आपको मॉल्स में नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन विलेजेस में मिल जाएगा. सो ये ऐसे कितने ही क्रॉप्स हैं जिनके साथ में एक ये स्टिग्मा अटैच है. देयर इज दीज क्रॉप्स आर लेबल्ड एज फूड ऑफ द पुअर. दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव रिमेन स्टिल अनयूटिलाइज्ड. अभी एक थोड़ा सा हम 2 मिनट में डिस्कस करेंगे व्हाई दे हैव रिमेन, their consumption is not increasing, why their consumption is low. So सबसे पहली चीज ये है, अगर हम देखें ढंग से तो they are not commonly cultivated on the mainland. In the almost in every farm we may get one plant of jamun, one plant of bila. We may get some fruits, one falsa for the local home scale consumption. But at the same time, I must say that they are not systematic farms are available which are in common cultivation. For example, बनासकांठा में एक फार्म है जिसको रसाना के पास में, उसको सब जानते हैं क्योंकि फालसा अगर किसी को लेना हो तो वहीं मिलेगा. ओनली दैट फार्मर इज डूइंग दैट कल्टीवेशन. बाकी इट इज नियर टू डीसा. बाकी आपको बनासकांठा, इवन इन बनासकांठा इतना बड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, सिर्फ एक फार्म है जिसके ऊपर आपको ये मिलेगा. सो इट इज नॉट ए कॉमनली, दीज क्रॉप्स आर नॉट कॉमनली कल्टीवेटेड. सेकेंड थिंग, द टेस्ट प्रिफरेंस. मोस्ट ऑफ द फ्रूट्स जैसे दिन हमारे ब्रेन में फ्रूट वर्ड आता है, हमें एक वो स्वीटनेस हमें इमीडिएट स्ट्राइक होती है दैट इट मस्ट बी स्वीट. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द अंडरयूटिलाइज्ड फ्रूट्स आर नॉट दैट मच टेस्टियर. वी मस्ट एक्सेप्ट दिस. एक एस्ट्रिंजेंसी, एक थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस इन वेदर इट इज द मैटर ऑफ TSS एसिड ब्लेंड, कोई चाहे टैनिन रीजन हो चाहे पॉलीफिनल्स हो, ये एक कहीं ना कहीं एक ये उसमें एक क्वेश्चन मार्क आता ही है. फॉर एग्जांपल मैंगो अगर इफ इट इज गुड राइपन मैंगो देन द टेस्ट इज ऑसम. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द फ्रूट्स most of the minor fruits, they are having certain amount of tannins or secondary metabolites, we can say. So this is one of the reason that the consumption is not that much popular. The second thing is they are not fleshy. Their seed size is bigger. Their number of seeds are more in these fruits. Yes, अभी तो जैसा सिंह साहब ने बताया, they are also trying to develop more fleshy seed. The seed with only few, the 15% pulp, sorry, 15% seed ratio, 85% pulp in the several varieties of jamun. So it is again a question mark. It is again a reason. It is again a factor for the low consumption. And at the same time, the perishability. This point was also very well taken up by Dr. Singh, that in most of the fruits, perishability is the question mark. Whether it is jamun, it is falsa, it is fig, fresh fig, and most of the fruits, it is an issue of their perishability, and it is really difficult to store them. And the Honorable Vice Chancellor Vyas sir has also discussed that cold chain may be a solution, may be a point to taken care of, which can sort out to some extent this problem. And these are some important reasons, and that's why they are not popular in consumption. And one thing is that because they are growing locally, so that's why they are available locally, and they are rarely known in other parts of the country. You will be surprised by knowing that even date palm, fresh fruit of date palm at the khalal stage, is still in the Gujarat. It may be possible that we are knowing that it is the date, but if you go in North India or if you go in the deep South India, several people will not be able to identify this fruit. So this is again a reason that's why they are not popular in consumption. But at the same time, we must say that their benefits are immense. So now question comes that why they have become important. Now why they are important. And in the morning, Dr. Shah truly said that in this COVID situation, everybody is working on their immunity. This immunity word is very popular. Everywhere we are visualizing this word, immunity booster. अभी हर कोई अपने प्रोडक्ट को एज ए इम्यूनिटी बूस्टर सप्लाई करने के लिए रेडी है, और इनकी इंपॉर्टेंस डे बाय डे इसलिए भी बढ़नी चाहिए बिकॉज द चाइनीज वायरोलॉजिस्ट शेंग ली, who is the senior virologist who has done work on the virus mutation, who was earlier working in the Chinese lab of Wuhan, virology lab. In a few months back, I was reading a news, and in that she said that COVID-19 or the coronavirus, it is tip of the iceberg. It is what we are seeing right now is only the tip of the iceberg. And in future, we are going to face several pandemics. और उसके बाद तो पता नहीं कितने ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ने, WHO ने, कितनों ने कह दिया है कि भाई ये सब चीजें जो है ये खत्म होने वाली नहीं है, ये तो अभी स्टार्टअप है, ये तो अभी डे बाय डे और बढ़ेंगी ये सब चीजें तो. So now people are thinking of their immunity, people are thinking of their personal health, and that's why these crops are important now. And और ये तो हम सबको पता है कि ये न्यूट्रिशनली रिच है. they are rich in several compounds which can give us in the small quantity of fruit consumption we can get much nutrients. At the same time जो हमारी food और nutritional insecurity है उसके लिए भी important है. They are climate resilient. In the era of climate change, these crops can play an important role. They are resistant to biotic and abiotic stress. And what we are saying that they are good in nutraceutical properties. They are good in nutrition. They are good in pharmaceutical, and they are having several medicinal properties. So these crops are important, and for the researchers, they may be a good source of gene for the crop improvement. Several crops are there which can play an important role in crop improvement. So they are important now. And these underutilized crops are no doubt are the hope of the future. These are some facts that by the 250, the population will be 900 billion. So 900 billion, अभी हम ये जो है इतनी जो population अभी जो present है उसी को हम handle नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो how it will be very difficult to handle such a big population. And 30% population people are presently 30% of people are affected by malnutrition. 159 million children are reported to be stunted with low BMI. So in such conditions, these crops can be a ray of hope. And जो हमारी fruit basket है, उसको बड़ा करने में, उसको हमारे diversification में, and earlier in the morning, Dr. Pundir were also truly saying that these crops may play an important role in diversifying our crop basket. So they are definitely going to play an important role, and they are really a good hope of the future. अभी ये तो हमने जो अभी डिस्कस किया है वही सब है कि what are the constraints. तो फिर अगर इतनी important है तो why they are not in the promotion? What are the important constraints? सबसे पहला है lack of awareness among the farming community कि भाई इनकी इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है. रिसर्च की कमी है इन क्रॉप्स में. अगर किसी को ये क्रॉप ग्रो करनी है, देन द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ प्लांटिंग मटेरियल, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ डिराइजेबल सीड, इट इज अगेन ए प्रॉब्लम. इनके अंदर हमारे पैकेज ऑफ प्रैक्टिसेस, एग्रो टेक्निक्स ऑफ दीज क्रॉप्स, ये हमारे पास नहीं है. जो लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं उनका इन क्रॉप्स में अभी तक एप्लीकेशन डेवलप नहीं हो पाया है. Post harvest management practices, yes, they are very perishable, and harvesting and post harvest management practices are again an important thing. Then question comes of their marketing support is not there. आज आप अगर कोई क्रॉप करते हो, then you must have a good market support. आपने अगर आज कोई ऐसी क्रॉप की है, खिरनी, आपने अगर रायन उगाया, तो उसको आपको मार्केट में परचेजर भी आपको कम मिलेंगे, और एट द सेम टाइम द परचेजर ऑफ मैंगो आर इन प्लेंटी. देन पुअर रिकॉग्निशन ऑफ दीज क्रॉप्स इन हॉर्टिकल्चर प्रमोशन प्रोग्राम. जितने भी हम अगर बात करें तो हमारे जो भी सब्सिडी प्रोग्राम है या हॉर्टिकल्चर को प्रमोशन के प्रोग्राम्स है, उनके अंदर इन क्रॉप्स का रोल ही ये क्रॉप हमें देखने को ही नहीं मिलती. सो आई मस्ट कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स who are going to create the awareness of these crops, and such kind of programs can definitely create the awareness. Or institutional financial institutions are also not available in these crops, like agro industry bhi nahi hai, units bhi iski poor hai, and truly said by commented by Dr. Vyas, honorable vice chancellor sir, कि भाई कुछ startup, कुछ small scale industries वो अगर आएंगी तो ही इन क्रॉप्स का प्रमोशन हो पाएगा. Now we will see that okay, these are the there are several important minor crops, वो भी हम आगे देखेंगे. अब उनके लिए important criteria क्या होना चाहिए कि भाई हमें ये क्रॉप हमको लगानी चाहिए. तो एक तो ये डिमांड होनी चाहिए, it should have some problems. People should accept them. तो जो जैसे कि हम कह रहे हैं कि अभी जो CHES गोधरा ने जो वर्क लिया है वो इन्हीं सब बेसिस के ऊपर लिया है, एंड दीज क्रॉप्स आर गेनिंग पॉपुलरिटी. देयर शुड बी नो लीगल रेस्ट्रिक्शन. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि हमने कोई क्रॉप लगा ली और उसके ऊपर लीगलाइज्ड क्वेश्चंस आए. रिस्क नहीं होना चाहिए उसमें. अगर रिस्क होगा तो फार्मर विल बी हेजिटेट टू अडॉप्ट इट, एंड इट शुड बी वेल अडेप्टेड टू दिस लोकली साइट कंडीशन. इनपुट्स कम जाने चाहिए. इट शुड बी लो कल्टीवेशन कॉस्ट शुड नॉट बी दैट मच हाई. ग्रोथ मस्ट बी फास्ट. ऐसा नहीं हो कि एक हमने ट्री लगाया और वो 15 साल बाद में हमारी यील्ड स्टार्ट करता है या 12 साल बाद में यील्ड स्टार्ट करता है. दैट डेफिनेटली इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. यील्ड भी अच्छा होना चाहिए. द क्वालिटी शुड ऑल्सो बी गुड, एंड इट शुड बी कंपेटिबल विद आवर करंट लैंड यूज. जो हमारी लैंड यूज है, जितने भी हमारे क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम है, उनके साथ में भी इसका मैचिंग होना चाहिए. अभी अगर हम बात करें तो ये एनोना है. एनोना में भी सिर्फ एनोना स्क्वामेसा इज पॉपुलर, बट रेटिकुलाटा, म्यूरिकाटा, चेरीमोया, ग्लेब्रा, एटिमोया, ये जो अदर क्रॉप्स हैं, दे आर नॉट पॉपुलर. तो ओनली स्क्वामेसा इज somewhat popular. It is still in the words, or still it is in category of the minor crops, but there are other anona also. But nowadays the Annona muricata, it is becoming important because of its cancer curing properties. People are asking about this fruit. Even we have received several demands of this. At the same time, Dr. Singh has beautifully explained the Cesium cumini, but at the same time Cesium jumbos, melanson, these are the other species which are available. They are not popular. हाँ, कहीं कहीं locally available है. जम्बोस तो फिर भी अवेलेबल है थोड़ा बहुत कहीं कहीं locally, in somewhere in South India, somewhere in Saurashtra, somewhere in Kutch, we can find these crops. Now there are number of crops. So in the fast movement we will discuss which are the important minor fruits. Anacardium, Bucknania, हमारी चिरौंजी, चारोली, then are this serpentines, sapondes. There are several crops. ये squamosa, muricata, ये there are several crops. Then glabra, cordia, caparis, several this in the morning, prickly pear. These are the Findla fruits, which Dr. Shah was discussing. Then Garcinia, it is again an important fruit, and nowadays it is popular for its weight losing properties. Several people are claiming that by consumption of this Garcinia, one can lose weight. So these are there are several fruits, tamarindas, several crops, Prosopis cineraria. In the CIH Bikaner, they have developed one variety also. Then this jungle jalebi, Inga dulcis, Acacia senegal. Acacia senegal is important for its gum property, and African countries are leading in more than 85% gum supply of world is done by the African countries. Malpigia, Durio, Atrocarpus. There are several crops. Atrocarpus, several species of Atrocarpus. Then Morus species, several species of Morus. Alba, Nigra, Indica, Legueta. These are the species of Morus, which are there are several species which are available locally. Then Ficus, several fruits of Ficus, Cesium cumini, Cedium calatium, Zambos, Melasens, several fruits, Eugenia, this star fruit, Erivia carambola. This is an important fruit, but it is still underutilized. Then Phoenix dactylifera. With the Phoenix dactylifera, I must say that Phoenix sylvestris also. It is also a good minor fruit. then Punica gratum, Ziziphus, or Ziziphus vanopilia, rugosa. Several species are there. Several citrus species, especially Bizora, and then Beal. बील के ऊपर तो बहुत अच्छा काम हो रहा है, एनडी यूनिवर्सिटी हो या हमारे CHES इंस्टीट्यूट है, ये सब भी बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. Then several crops are there. Chrysophyllum, these are the Manilkara hexantra, खिरनी जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे. There are several species which are popular. महुआ, इसके बारे में भी मॉर्निंग में हमने डिस्कस किया था. महुआ is also an important. Then Salvadora pilu, then falsa. There are several species, and more than 80 species are available, which we can say that these are the fruit species, and they are important, but they are still considered as neglected crops. अभी हम इनकी कैटेगरीज की अगर बात करें तो अंडर यूटिलाइज्ड फ्रूट्स की कैटेगरीज कौन कौन सी हैं. सो वी कैन से दैट फर्स्ट कैटेगरी वी कैन से दैट दे आर कल्टिवेटेड locally they are popular, but they are still underutilized. They are not popular. They are locally cultivated. For example, date palm. They are it is being cultivated in certain pocket in the Kutch region. It is very popular. Most of the farmers will having the orchard of date, but it is not popular that much. Then second one is commonly cultivated, but their new uses are need to be identified. Then cultivated in a country or a region, but their values have been proven elsewhere under similar climatic condition. ये एक किसी country में हो रही है, but they are utilizing it somewhere else. और एक category जो है हमारी those which are harvested from the wild, and this is the most common category in most of the fruits are found. Then now it is a matter of policy that how these crops can be become important, or what are the important strategies which needs to be taken care for their proper development. First, we can say that the afforestation and rejuvenation of forest, ये एक important चीज है, क्योंकि most of the crops, these crops are commonly found in the forest area, and afforestation and rejuvenation of degraded forest. अगर ये हो तो हमारी बायोडाइवर्सिटी भी बढ़ेगी, ये जो क्रॉप्स हैं ये भी बचेंगी, इनके साथ में जो लोकली हमारा जो इंडिजिनियस जो हमारा नॉलेज है वो भी बचेगा हमारा, वो भी सस्टेन कर पाएंगे. तो ये एक काम इसके अंदर हो सकता है कि फॉरेस्ट को हमको बचा के हम इसको कर सकते हैं. दूसरी चीज है कि जो हमारी जो वाइल्ड स्पीसीज हैं उनको हम, या इनमें से कुछ एक स्पीसीज को हम धीरे धीरे हम डोमेस्टिकेट करें, which are not popular, but at least in the research area they should be domesticated. And one thing I would like to say that in the biodiversity India, जो हमारा जो मेन बायोडाइवर्सिटी का जो अथॉरिटी है, बायोडाइवर्सिटी अथॉरिटी ऑफ द कंट्री, दे आर रियली डूइंग गुड वर्क. उनमें उन्होंने इसके फील्ड जरप्लाज्म बनाए हैं, फील्ड गार्डन्स बनाए हैं उनके, और दे आर रियली डूइंग गुड थिंग. जितनी भी ये वाइल्ड स्पीसीज हैं उनको दे आर मेंटेनिंग, उनका इन जिसको हम बोलते हैं हमारा जो मतलब फील्ड जरप्लाज्म, फार्म जरप्लाज्म कंजर्वेशन, दे आर डूइंग नाइसली. सो ये भी एक इसके अंदर काम स्टार्ट तो हुआ ही है, कहीं ना कहीं तो हो ही रहा है ये काम भी. और अभी इसके ऊपर जो R&D है वो हमें मालूम है, R&D तो पुअर ही है, बट R&D कुछ क्रॉप्स के ऊपर स्टार्ट हुई है, बट इट इज नॉट द टारगेट ऑफ every institute. Only few institutes are working on these crops, and definitely their efforts will pay one day to the country. टारगेट स्पीसीज ऐसा नहीं है कि आज अब मैं बात कर रहा हूं तो भाई हम 80 या 100 जितनी भी स्पीसीज हैं उन सब के ऊपर काम करें. नो, द राइट अप्रोच व्हाट डॉक्टर सिंह हैज शोड अस, कि भाई राइट अप्रोच यही है कि आप कुछ स्पीसीज को पकड़िए, उसके ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट कीजिए और ताकि वो स्पीसीज पॉपुलर बन पाए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल they are doing a good job of जामुन, they are good job of बकनेनिया चारोली. उसके ऊपर वो इतना अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, उसकी वेराइटीज भी निकाल रहे हैं, उसकी एग्रो टेक्निक्स भी, उसका प्रोपगेशन मेथड भी. तो बाय फोकसिंग ऑन सर्टेन क्रॉप्स, these crop species can come in the mainstream. Then documentation of indigenous knowledge, ये भी एक हम कर सकते हैं कि भाई उसका जितनी भी अभी जो अंडर यूटिलाइज्ड क्रॉप्स हैं उनका डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के ऊपर काफी काम हुआ है. ऐसा नहीं है कि काम हुआ ही नहीं है, बट जितना होना चाहिए अभी वो नहीं हुआ है. तो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन हो रहा है. डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के लिए तो हमारे कई सीनियर हॉर्टिकल्चरिस्ट हैं जिनको हम कह सकते हैं वो दे आर डूइंग वर्क ऑन द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. तो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के थ्रू भी इन क्रॉप्स की डाइवर्सिटी को हम यूज कर सकते हैं. जो नेटिव डाइवर्सिटी है उसको हम सस्टेन करके आगे ले जा सकते हैं. देन एक इंपॉर्टेंट काम हो सकता है कि जो प्रॉमिसिंग सेलेक्शंस और वेराइटीज डेवलप किए जाएं. प्रॉमिसिंग सेलेक्शंस एंड वेराइटीज हो रहे हैं एट सम प्लेसेस, द वर्क हैज बीन डन. और कहीं कहीं टिश्यू कल्चर की भी टेक्निक्स को स्टैंडर्डाइज किया जाए कुछ क्रॉप्स में. फॉर एग्जांपल, several peoples have done work on, they have developed one protocol for development of, for example, CIH Bikaner has developed the protocol for multiplication in tissue culture multiplication of capillaries. So like in the same way, जो local need है, जो market demand है, उसके according farmer की जो demand है उसके according techniques develop की जाए. Then जो हमारी लोकल क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम है उसके अकॉर्डिंग क्रॉप्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया जाए. और जहां जहां पे सेम क्रॉपिंग सिस्टम पैटर्न जो चल रहा है वहां पे उन क्रॉप्स को इंट्रोड्यूस किया जा सकता है. देन वन इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज देयर पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट. ये भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट है. और इनकी टू डेवलप द सेवरल प्रोडक्ट्स, small scale products, they can also be they can also play an important role in certain crops. Yield and quality, जो सिंह साहब ने बताया हमें कि भाई जामुन है उसमें yield भी important है and at the same time quality भी important है. ये क्राइटेरिया मेनली फोकस होने चाहिए while working on these crops. So और अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम चलाएं. अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम जो आज हम ये कर रहे हैं, इट इज वन काइंड ऑफ अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम. और उनका इकोनॉमिक रिटर्न कैसे मिले उसके ऊपर एक, चाहे वो प्रोसेसिंग से मिले, चाहे वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी डेवलप करके मिले, इसके ऊपर भी काम होना चाहिए. और जो जेनेटिक इरोजन जो हो रहा है, काफी सारी क्रॉप्स ऐसी हैं जो अभी रियली में विच आर नॉट अवेलेबल. काफी सर्वे वर्क में मुझे याद है मैंने कैपेरिस का सर्वे किया था लगभग 20 साल पहले. कैपेरिस के सर्वे में काफी बार ऐसा हुआ कि हमने कुछ प्लांट्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया और जब हम नेक्स्ट सीजन में वहां जाओगे तो आपको वो प्लांट ही नहीं मिलेगा. तो दिस इज जेनेटिक इरोजन. कभी कभी ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट इशू है एंड दैट्स व्हाई देयर प्रोपगेशन टेक्निक्स नीड टू बी स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड. उसके बिना इन क्रॉप्स को बचाना भी मुश्किल है. सो देयर आर सेवरल थिंग्स. वो हो रही है, धीरे धीरे हो रही हैं, बट इट विल टेक टाइम. और फाइनली वी कैन से दैट दे आर, no doubt they are neglected crops, they are underutilized, they are unexploited, but their value is immense. They have high value in their nutrition and their nutraceutical properties. Their adaptability to different kind of soils, to different kind of climate, their tolerance limit, it is very high. So they can be an important tool. They can be an important tool to manage the problem of climate change. और सस्टेनेबल जिसकी हम बात करते हैं, सस्टेनेबल हॉर्टिकल्चर, सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर, उसमें इन क्रॉप्स का इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होने वाला है. उसके बिना these crops, the sustainable agriculture जिसकी हम बात करते हैं, जो हम पढ़ते भी हैं पढ़ाते भी हैं, sustainable agriculture, वो उसका ड्रीम पूरा नहीं हो पाएगा. And that's why the awareness program, development program, research program, कुछ क्रॉप्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया जाए. काफी क्रॉप्स कई जगह आइडेंटिफाई हुई हैं, उसके ऊपर काम चालू हुआ है और उसको आगे लेके जाया जाए. So these are certain things, these are certain fruits, number of fruits are available. And with these words, I'd like to say thanks, and thanks to the organizers, and thanks to the patient hearing by the audience. Thank you very much. Now it's over to you, Preeti.
Yes.
Now,
so thank you very much for sharing your experience with us, and it was really informative session. So, sir, can we take some question from the audience side?
yes.
Okay, sir, our first question is whether jamun crop is suitable for Kutch area?
Yes, jamun is very much suitable to Kutch, and there are several local material available in the Kutch.
Okay. Sir, our next question is arid or dry land, which crop is more suitable?
In arid crop, if you have arid region, if you have good availability in dry land, if you have the water availability, for example, in Banaskantha, now with the introduction of canal, people are harvesting good amount of date palm. There are several crops. Amla in last few years, it is gaining popularity with low maintenance. Custard apple, it is getting popularity. Tamarind, the gestation period of tamarind somewhat high, but even then, it is also paying good results to the farmer. There are several crops. Bear is popular in the arid tracts of Gujarat, even in Banaskantha, in Kutch, in Western Rajasthan. This crop is also very popular. So there are several crops which can have potential in the arid and semi-arid region.
Okay. Sir, I have some question, though I am not from agriculture side. I am a person of mathematics, from mathematics. So if I ask some obvious questions, so then excuse me. But as you have mentioned in your slide that I think three things is important for such kind of underutilized crop. First is, I think, taste, and second is its cultural practices, and third is what kind of cost a farmer can get, what kind of benefit a farmer can get from these crops. So, sir, if farmer want to grow such kind of crops, then they actually want to see whether they will get customers from that particular untouched crop or not. If they are not getting customer, they don't go for growing such kind of unutilized crop. So is there any way where we can convert these bitter unutilized horticultural crops into a better taste, so that a customer could prefer such kind of crops and the farmer could also prefer to grow in their own field? So
yes, madam. For example, taste, है ना, taste. जब तक taste नहीं होगा, it will be difficult to get adapt in the market. If there is no taste, then it will be difficult for the market to adopt this crop, to catch that crop, because everybody must accept कि mango,
yes sir,
कितना भी मार्केट कैसा भी प्राइस हो, कितना भी मार्केट में ग्लट हो जाए, कितना भी मार्केट में ओवर मैंगो आ जाए, वो हमेशा निकल जाएगा.
यही पॉइंट है फार्मर को इस चीज को ऑप्ट करने का. ये पॉइंट उसमें कैसे आएगा सर?
यस, अभी इसके अंदर टेस्ट जो है वो बाय प्रोसेसिंग इज वन वे, बाय दैट द टेस्ट कैन बी इम्प्रूव्ड. फॉर एग्जांपल, हम साल में सभी जितने भी हम हमारे ऑडियंस हैं या हम लोग हैं, साल में काफी मैंगो खरीदते हैं, पर आंवला हम कितना खरीदते हैं? आंवला अगर आपने इफ यू हैव परचेस्ड 1 kg आंवला, इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट टू कंज्यूम इट इन द हाउस.
Yes.
बच्चे तो आपके टच ही नहीं करेंगे उसको. तो आपको उसको आपको प्रोसेस करना पड़ेगा. आपको उसमें कोई ना कोई फॉर्म ऐसी करनी पड़ेगी जिससे उसका कंजप्शन बढ़े. दैट इज द ओनली वे. फॉर एग्जांपल कैपेरिस को यू कैन नॉट कंज्यूम डायरेक्टली. इट इज सम काइंड ऑफ बिटर एंड एस्ट्रिंजेंट. You cannot eat 2 Caparis fruit, but in the pickle it becomes very tasty.
So are these options are available for these crops, sir?
Yes.
For each and every crop?
Not for each and every crop, that has to be standardized, but in case of most of the crops, local remedies are there. People are treating in their local way. That is why the sustainability of ITK, indigenous traditional knowledge जो है उसे sustain करना है, उसे बचाना है. कई crops में तो ऐसा होने वाला है कि उस crop के बारे में knowledge ही local उन्हीं के साथ में खत्म हो जाने वाला है. So there are several ways.
Okay. So, sir, can we mix these two things? First, as I asked, some barren land, Kutch area, barren land, or some unproductive land, and we have underutilized horticultural crop. Can we mix these two things for getting some more benefit?
Yes. Not only Kutch, there are several crops which are very good adaptable. जैसे कि हमारा जामुन है, सिंह साहब ने बताया 8.5 pH. 8.5 pH के ऊपर क्रॉप लैंड वैसे ही बैरन हो जानी है. उसमें इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू ग्रो सर्टेन क्रॉप्स. वैसे ही वो काम में नहीं आएगी. इन द सेम वे in North Gujarat, the Patan area, and especially in Patan, Sami and Harij area, Radhanpur area, it is difficult to grow the normal crops. आप जब वहां पे निकलेंगे समर में तो आपको एक जमीन पे एक व्हाइट लेयर नजर आएगी. इतना सॉल्टी लैंड है वो. जब आप वहां से निकलेंगे, if you go in the little run of Kutch, so while going, not after, I am not telling about after entering in the little run of Kutch, आपको उससे पहले 100 किलोमीटर पहले से, आपको 60 किलोमीटर 70 किलोमीटर पहले से वो जमीन वैसी लग जाएगी. तो वहां के एरिया के जो फार्मर्स हैं उनके पास में इन क्रॉप्स का ऑप्शन है. दे कैन डू इट. चाहे पानी, जैसे कच्छ में पीपल आर ग्रोइंग डेट पाम, तो कच्छ का कोई पानी मीठा नहीं है. जो राधनपुर, समी, हारीज, यहाँ का कोई पानी मीठा नहीं है. पानी तो प्रॉब्लमेटिक है, वाटर प्रॉब्लमेटिक है, सॉइल भी प्रॉब्लमेटिक है, बट दीज क्रॉप्स आर पॉसिबल.
Sir, only date palm or other crops which you have mentioned?
Yes, other crops are possible, but presently we are working on date palm, and date palm is proving beneficial to these areas.
Yes, sir. That I have heard. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful session. And we are all for now for this technical session 1. And I thank to all audience being patient with us. And I request you to join us on 3 p.m. for the technical session 2. So that's all for now. Thank you.